What's your ties to the community?
Like I said, I do my tiling,
Yeah.
ceramic tile. I do a lot of custom work, custom homes and stuff like that. The walk-in showers, that shit you'll see on like MTV Cribs.
Yeah, I'm talking about that's what you came to Green Bay to do.
That's what made me have to move. Well, I got
Yeah.
who wound up being my wife pregnant.
Okay.
Turned out to be my wife. Once she got pregnant, I had to pull a LeBron James and take my talents to Green Bay.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been doing that That's what I left Chicago to come here because I had a shorty on the way, but then I started doing my tile stuff here, which I left trade school in Chicago.
Well, you had a plan. You put it
Yeah,
together. You put it together.
I ain't had no choice.
And got married and shit.
Yeah, I got married. Did 17 good ones, but it's a thing of the past now.
Oh, no more marriage?
No. We good though. We good though.
Yeah. But how do you separate after all that time? It's like not separate, but like it's hard
To
man.
let go.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
The thing is, we get along great, and then once the kids was older, for us it was more growing apart.
Yeah.
We knew it wasn't there, so we still got a lot of life to live. You can't fool yourself, and then if you forcing it, it's
You living
like,
your best life now, then?
Yeah, I'm living my best life.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I get to travel.
Man.
I actually still take the family on family vacation sometimes because we get along that good.
Yeah, you won a rare too recently, I think. Then you go to a game with like the small crowds now.
Oh yeah,
because the NFL is like what 5,000, 6,000
5,000,
strong?
6,000. So I got some connections that I could get in the stadium, or I could travel to the stadiums that been letting people in.
Yeah. Where that come from, doing homes or something? People let you in their crib, they trust you that much, or you doing the homes, getting the tickets?
They turn their head. Hey, you can take me out of Chicago. You can't take
Yeah,
Chicago out of me.
shit.
No. No, I just got some connections. Right now, I got a business partner that actually coaches with the Packers on one of my business ventures that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's connections like that. It's just been in this community for so long. You meet so many people.
Yeah.
And I always tell like the younger generation, they talk about more about keeping a circle small. And what you do is you meet all these people, you never know where they gonna fall in your life at. You just keep them all at a distance.
Yeah.
The circle you keep small is the ones that, you got love and respect for the most, but you'll never just push anybody out of your life just because you don't know where it's gonna take you in life. And now with the things that I do, I'm grateful for knowing lots of people around here because now I do my construction and now I own a bar, so I know people from all walks of life to walk in and
that's pretty cool. The bar too, man. That bar is like it look like like Cheers or something. It's set up nice.
That's
I
what
like
we
the
compare
brick
it to.
layout, the window. Yeah, you know what I mean. They got a home field. I still haven't been in there, but I remember going to the aid office next door one time.
Okay.
And ended up going in there doing something.
Yeah, we wanted when we was thinking about getting one, we wanted more of a lounge area so that, when our aunties come around, our moms want to go out and have a good time. Our girlfriend, wives, they ain't got to worry about the
wives. You back to the wives looking girlfriend.
Right.
He looking y'all.
21-year-olds getting drunk and throwing
no.
shots in.
Look, no, I want to ask you though. But where did you go to the game? Where was you able to go?
What games?
Yeah, since the COVID, like with the small crowd.
Well, since the COVID, I went out to Tampa when the Packers lost that one.
Okay.
I was able to go to Kansas City to watch that one.
How did it feel though? Like, was it them really healthcare workers in there, or were they just pump faking saying they healthcare workers?
In those other places, they was letting X amount of people in regardless of who you were.
Okay.
Green Bay started without putting nobody in the stadium. And then they was just working it up to this point right here where they could let all these people. So originally they let workers and family and friends that work at the stadium in. Then they start inviting first responders.
Yeah.
So now that they got the process together, they like, okay, now we can let some of the season ticket holders in.
Did you have to quarantine to travel or anything, or when you came back, or what?
No, I didn't. Maybe I should have, but I had to get back to. I had to pay for that trip, so I had to get back to work.
And that's a good thing because you started a new business during COVID, so that's another step that you're doing. That's what makes you interested. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
But it's a saying that I'm pretty sure everybody heard: no risk, no reward. I was getting into a situation at a time like this, but. You got to take that chance. You never know when the right chance going to be. We ain't guaranteed tomorrow. So we had the opportunity, and I jumped on it. And knock on wood, so far so good, and hopefully things
Ain't no
get that
knock
much
on
better.
wood. It's just like we have a stigma with bars in Green Bay. It's like it's not the black bar, the urban bar, or that club, the hip hop club.
Right.
And when you put those titles on your place, and when you don't invite everybody in, it seems like it's forbidden. So. You know, I'm not forbidden. It's like you blocking your blessings, like you
Right,
say.
right.
You're not letting your whole network in. So don't label your shit no hip hop bar, bro.
No, I don't.
Don't. You know what I mean, though?
Like you say, I compare it to
Yeah.
Cheers. You want to go where everybody know your
Yeah.
name. Last night I stopped in after I had dinner,
Yeah.
and one of the judges was in having a glass of wine with a coworker. It's like
Yeah.
I gotta let everybody in here because at the end of the day, the
'Cause you-
main color
Yeah.
is that green.
And you've been here long enough to watch people invest in bars or invest in nightclubs and then see how they falter just because
Exactly.
they label like that or whatever.
Yeah, you never want to do that though. Because I also opened one of the first black-owned barbershops in Green Bay years ago. That's how I made my money when I went to college. I opened it right here on Broadway. And then more recently,
King's?
No, it was even before King, before Lil King was even Al
Yeah,
was cut in
yeah,
half.
okay.
But he wound up moving into the to
Okay,
that
yeah,
building.
yeah.
But then even Edge, it was like it
Okay.
became
Yeah.
almost a predominantly all black, and I'm like, no, bro, we can. The way you're gonna make money is where you're at. It's not where you from, it's where you at.
Yeah, exactly.
The way you're gonna make this money is cut everybody hair.
That's how you accept the green and gold so much
Yeah.
too, because you here, you like
Right.
it's not bred and you ain't. Even when I was in Chicago, it was more of I was a Cowboys fan. I used to like that
Okay.
5-point style. You know what I mean? I liked the '85 Bears and shit like that, but I was never even keen on football until I got to, like I said, the town. You
Right,
know what
right.
I mean?
And you see how much it means here.
Yeah. Even though I was green and gold because Bishop Don Juan talk shit,
Right.
green for the money, gold for the honey.
For the honey.
But man, it's just different, man. Coming here and then just expanding. How long? 20 years. So 20 years barbershops, towel, and then now you're the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
And I try to help in other things too. It's like that's what makes me rich.
Yeah.
I like money wise. If you're not taking care of, your other people and your family, so everything I do, I try to always give back. My grandma, I got my grandma. I'm the oldest of all my siblings. I moved my mom up here from Kenosha.
Yeah.
But it's like that's what makes me rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like I
Yeah,
might
my
not.
mom here too, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Get
Yeah.
your people up here, get them away from all that craziness. But
You consider this a town or a city?
it's a town, but it's becoming city-like. It's expanding. It's getting more diverse than when I first moved here. You know what I mean?
But that's crazy. It's still behind so much, bro. It's like this place is like it's alienated within itself to an extent. It's a blessing because of like the murder rate is low and shit. You don't hear
Right.
too much about,
Well,
you know what I mean,
yeah.
different things. But the main thing is like so behind. Even urban radio stations and stuff can't survive.
Can't survive,
And
yeah.
if you heard myself, that's why I'm talking about the black business stigma or the black job or the black. We gotta figure out a way to just be like people, man, because this new
Right.
world order, this new millennium kid, all our kids mixed up now.
Yeah.
You get me, kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna be on the applications: black, white, Mexican, Green Bay. You're gonna be able to check Green Bay.
Yeah. Like just what Barty say, just green and gold here, man.
Right.
It's just something.
But yeah,
else.
like you say, it's becoming. You see how they acted when they got a Popeyes here. It was like, whoa, it still lines up the blocks.
right hand to God, I still ain't ate there, bro. I
Man,
refuse to just because.
I'm not gonna do it. They're
I'm-
blocking traffic.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not.
crazy.
That's for one. Oh, you fuck with it?
No, I'm just saying, I see it every time
Yeah.
I ride past
Yeah.
there.
Like
I can't do it.
it takes police officers to direct the
To
traffic.
direct traffic.
Really? Like and that's
They pretty much got like a
absolutely-
full-time worker that stands out there directing traffic.
Yeah,
Like, what
But-
the heck?
that's that motherfucking COVID
Now, when
burger,
they
that
get a Heroes,
that
they
COVID
get-
sandwich.
They get a Heroes up here, then we'll be talking.
Yeah. What do you think about that restaurant surviving out here in an economy like this? Not economy like this, but like I know people out here didn't even have real like gyros and mild sauce and really dip shit. And,
Right. When we first got one here, I think the people just had like more of a bad location, where is a good location here, because they was in our Schwabenheim, and it was like,
Yeah.
I would dip all the way to that side just to get a real gyro.
Yeah.
But
That's the Wisconsin. I'm talking about gyro.
gyro. Yeah, I know it's gyro.
Yeah, gyro. Yeah,
Gyro.
You
But
travel.
it's just and that's gonna be with any business. It's gonna be location, but around here, it's like where is a decent spot, to start something different like that or get that city vibe. If they finally get it together and You know, I seen a couple people try it, but then you had inconsistency. You had running out of this, running out of that, and it's hard, you know, to keep it going when you're not getting the support too. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna keep them going.
Yeah, everybody get a big momentum in the beginning. That's what I notice about a lot of businesses here. They get a big momentum in the beginning, and then they falter.
It fades out.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? The thing about Green Bay is it's a really weird like food culture. Like people, like everyone flocks to something when it's new, and then very quickly they decide whether or not they like it or not. And then the businesses, if people decide they don't like it, they're like done.
And they shut it.
The
like,
Mexicans making so that's the business. That's the business that's growing. Them tacos, them taco
man,
trucks, and tacos.
Tacos always be. But that's another thing though. Even when they slow from white or black, Mexicans always support one another. Okay. They gonna eat. You gonna anytime you walk into the Mexican restaurant, if there's 10 tables in there, 6 of them got Mexican people. Mm-hmm. You know, you know. Yeah. And starting business, like you say in the beginning, like when I started Edge Barbershop, it was like, man, we couldn't get enough people in and out, you know, and then next thing you know, it started fading. And then you got more, you know, different barbershops, which you know, you got to test out this one, test out that one, and then they going to find out what they like. Yeah,
but because even that, I go to shout out to my buddy Revo and them at NEB, that's a Puerto Rican barbershop on University.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they growing and they got their own clientele. That's the only thing that's been able to survive. Then they keep rotating the barbershop on Mason right there by Quick Trip and stuff.
Oh, right.
You know, that's another Kings. It's a Kings too. That's continuing. So the barbershop is stars. They making some. They got a Ashwaubenon.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen it. That's the only thing, and I've been trying to figure out ways to invest in. I've been like, you know what, I want to just be a starving artist because the more I put my money into something, it seems like I don't win. You know what I mean?
Right. You got to take them risks, but
you got to take them risks.
At the same time, it's like even with the pandemic, in Green Bay, people gonna drink.
Yeah.
You know, when I had a little extra money, I wasn't going to invest it to something that I might take a big risk on with something like this going on. And then with the place that I own now, it was an owner that owned it for 30 years. Okay. So he had a good clientele. My business partner I brought into it, he bartended, you know, at places, so he had a little following. So it's like, all right, it's a risk, but it's a minimum risk. So when you go to put your money into something, you gotta weigh out the pros and cons of it. If the cons are outweighing the pros, it's like I might need to fall back off of that, or you know, try to figure out to get them pros up above the cons, and then try to start taking those steps forward.
Ooh, that was like powerful. You sound like a motivational speaker. That you heard him.
Hey,
he was like, "Hey, you broke it down." But that's what it's about, though, bro.
Right,
you got to get a game. I'm from where they used to give the game away for free and not tell you, like, "Come here, you little knucklehead. Let me get it to you," or one of the older brothers or some, or whatever mob you was in there, pull you to the side and tell you, "Hey, be in school or do this or do that." You know what I mean? And it's hard nowadays because everybody like social distance or everybody in the crib because we knew it was gonna have to be like a reset of the world. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing,
let's take a break for a minute. You know what I mean? Excuse me for a minute.
No, go ahead. In there, I'll be 45 in May, so I'm blessed. I ain't got as many as I probably should have, but I don't let a lot of stuff get to me, man. Yeah. You know how where we from, it could be so much worse. So when I go through a rough day, it's like, really? It ain't that bad, you know what I mean?
It really ain't that bad.
You still
I learned from being in prison, my best day in prison is my best day in prison is like, you know what I mean? I forgot how the saying goes.
Your worst day out here is
better than my best day in prison. You feel me? I forgot the slang, but you know what I mean, because that's how it go. You be like so fucking, it can be worse, you know?
It can be worse, right. And there's so many things you'll sit there and stress about, and ain't nothing you can do about it. You know, everybody go through their trials and tribulations, and you can only do what you could control. When you can control it, and you know, it's like, I tell a lot of younger generation, I'm the oldest of my siblings, and you're a
trendsetter,
I grew up. I grew up with a lot of old heads, but I wasn't just sitting around listening to grown folks talk. I was soaking it up too. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like, you know, I'm blessed to be in the situation that I'm in, and it's because the people that I was surrounded with. I got my dad is my best friend, and I growing up, it was like, You
Did that
got a
happen
relationship
now?
with your
Did that
dad.
happen now over the years, or that's some
No,
shit?
my dad was always my best
Yeah,
friend.
yeah,
When
perfect.
I got married, he was the best man in my wedding.
Yes,
He
yes,
got
yes.
me into my trade. He was just here this last weekend, drove up from Chicago just to watch the game with me.
Okay.
So-
he a Packer fan?
He converting.
Okay.
He'll wear a Bears t-shirt, but then throw on the G hat.
Yeah. But you influence him a lot, so he
Yeah,
respect what you like. Cause
exactly.
my mother is strictly Aaron Rodgers, man. My mother love whoever like in control. Now she Devontae Adams. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she bred, orange and blue. You know what I mean? She was in the city for pretty much the majority of her life, 40-something years. You know what I mean? So just being able to walk to the store and pay lesser rent on a property is a lot better than trying to pay $200,000 to live in the ghetto. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but anything you learn, whenever you can share it, you share it.
Yeah.
The thing is, like you and I growing up, like I'm pretty sure we're around the same age.
Yeah, I'm an old head. That's why I got the mask on. Cover the gray.
We had good big homies though.
Yeah.
And nowadays the big homies are sending the young people out to do dumb stuff or ain't kicking them the right knowledge. So if
the big homies are rappers now. Seem like that's what they trying to make it. Big homies don't exist. They don't. There's no interaction with the big homies no more. That's what it is.
Exactly, and it's that's another thing I would like to talk about. The big homies, they rapping and as they do their thing. I don't knock anybody hustle or they getting them to playing sports and stuff. Like I do a trade.
Yeah.
I think that the trade should be put back in the high schools because it's a lot of young brothers or even like whoever, young men.
Yeah.
They in this world and don't know they place, don't know where to go. If you could use your hands and do something and be productive like that, you could go anywhere in the world.
Especially now, because everything is about building and hiding away and owning some land and having some real estate or something like that. But that's why I think Job Corps important. I told my son that, like, Job Corps important. I don't want to fail you as a dad by you trying to, like, because I'm playing catch up in life a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I done had so many screw ups in the beginning where it's like you get older, you realize you got to just take a break. And so I'm at that point now, like, taking a break, talking about different shit and trying to meet different people because I still haven't let all my windows closed,
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I still got a chance. The president's 70, 78, shit.
Right.
So it ain't never too late. You know what I mean?
Tried 4-5 times.
What?
So yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't never too late, and you can't do nothing about the past. So like you say, even though you're trying to catch up, you gotta still look towards the future too. And you, like you say, whatever doors you didn't close or try to open them back up. If they still closed, it's like you can't. You got to put it on you. Like what?
What other? Have you been into other bars out here, or were you invested in any other nightclubs or anything?
No, I helped one get going. That was downtown bar. Just helped them because of a close friend of mine. His brother was in. You
ain't related to no Packers or no shit. I heard you was Charles Wilson's little brother or something.
No, that's great. That's who I helped his brother out. He's a great friend of mine.
We
still connecting on different things, but it was more helping them get once he had to leave here to go back to the Raiders. Helped him with his younger brother and them because they was newer to the city.
And that's the thing, man. You don't really see too many prominent black male figures out here as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm used to seeing like being in a community where it's black everything, black lawyers, black doctors, black police, black everything. Now it's like you don't see too many, so our kids don't have nobody to really even look at. So I got to try to be that person myself.
Exactly.
That's why I try to link up with people like you to try to say, hey, look, it is other people in this community.
Oh yeah. And that's why as soon as you was like, man, you come in, I'm on my way.
Yeah, man.
Like, I want in. I'll be checking you out.
Yeah.
And like I want to sit down with that brother and share some of my knowledge or reach out and like you say, let these younger generation or any older people see that it's brothers that's out here that and I'm willing to help. I got plenty of resources.
Yeah. You hear this? I'm respecting the game, man. We get this free game right now, man. Get your what you represent, that C Street. Get your name, man.
C Street.
Social media, anything for your company, whatever, man. Let people know who you are, man.
My name is Ted Thomas on Facebook. I own C Street Pub, downtown Green Bay. That's 312 Cherry Street, the old original Chicago's area code 312 Cherry Street. And I do custom tile work, wood flooring. I do from small jobs to big jobs, and that's at the Tile and Stone Gallery out of De Pere, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And
that's what this about branding,
I'm close friends with the supervisor of the Wisconsin Job Center, so you can hit me on Facebook, Ted Thomas. My number been the same for 15 years. I'm easy to reach.
Shit, you hear this? You hear this?
And,
This community outreach right here. This
but-
is for the brothers and sisters. Let
Yes,
the
sir.
sisters know, because a lot of sisters out here has come together and showed a movement. You
Right.
know what I mean? I ain't hit the mic or nothing, but my bad. A lot of sisters out here that enjoying the movement and come together and doing things like we are African American Center over there.
Okay.
And it's a couple more that's growing over here. It's a studio down the street where they got like free classes through the Boys and Girls Club.
That's what's
so
up.
everybody is growing in this community, man. And you know what I mean?
I'd like to link with them and come down to the Boys and Girls Club and
I got some art
chop
from
it
them.
up.
I got some art from them,
really
man.
chop it up with some of them shorties in there.
Yep. Shout out 43 North, my boy Ted.
Appreciate you having me, man. This was love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.